Welcome to 29th of November's Godly Blessing. Here, Supreme Father wants us to become a self-sovereign, someone who is in control of his thoughts, words, and actions. And that can only happen when we are the ones who are steering our own mind, our own intellect. Now, most of the people say, I don't have my mind in my control, or I don't have my feelings in my control. That means somebody else is controlling some situations, or controlling some people, are controlling our complete emotions, our mind and emotions. And we are not able to even control anything in our life. And that's where God says, it's time to take your rein back. That means it's time to take your leash back and be the one who's controlling your own leash. And it's better to give that leash or to give that thread to God so that He controls how we think, that is going to be pure, how we talk, that is also going to be pure and divine, and how we act in a divine manner. So that our karmas are very beautiful and powerful. So let's see what is the power which God is talking about over here. God says, may you be a self-sovereign, the master of yourself, and order your powers and use them with the awareness of being a master. Now, these are the powers which have been shown in different religions. It's not the power in which you ask for a lightning and lightning comes. It's not the Mahabharata war. You ask for a bow and arrow and the bow and arrow comes in your hand. Those are not the powers. It's not the powers which have been shown in different methods, in different movies and different religious texts, or even different religious, different series. These are not the powers which God is talking about. So those things have been shown as symbols of powers in different episodes of people trying to show how gods and goddesses had the power. But this is the power of spirituality. That means you are able to put a full stop to your thoughts whenever and how you want to. It's about overcoming anger and trying to change from anger towards peace, trying to change from hatred towards divine love towards everybody. It's the time to change and turn and twist around your own mental state immediately. And that's the power. It's the power to tolerate things, it's the power to face situations, face your own karmas. It's even the power to accept and acknowledge everyone, even if somebody is behaving in a certain manner. And that can happen only through wisdom. Just like a ocean, it accepts all the different rivers which flow into it, whether it's mucky river or whether it's clean river, and still the ocean doesn't say I'm full. So God is talking about having those powers which are spiritual powers, powers to discern things, powers to even judge, not others, judge the situation. What should I do in this situation? So God says, use all the powers you have received from the Father. Now these are the spiritual powers. Use the powers at the right time. It's not that once you have gone through a situation and somebody said certain things to you and you replied back or you took revenge, and then you're thinking, oh, I shouldn't have said those things, or I shouldn't have acted in this way, or I shouldn't have behaved in this way. It doesn't mean you're powerful, because that's the time the karma has been made negative, or it has gone into the negative balance already. And if you had used the power at that particular time when the situation was there and turned it towards the positive karma by using any virtue or by using any values, that complete karma would have been towards the positive, and the weighing scale would have been towards the positive side. So that's why God is saying that use the powers like a master. Don't think about using the powers when the situations have already gone. Then God says, simply maintain the awareness of being their master and order them, and the powers will obey your orders. That can only happen when we have practiced enough soul consciousness. That means I'm a soul who's asking for patience right now. I need the power of patience. I need the power to discern. I need the power to assimilate. And I need the power to put a full stop. I need the power to break and then turn around. Now, these are the powers of the thoughts or of the mind. These are not the physical powers. These are not the powers of what post and position we have in this world. These are very different spiritual powers which are very much required. How to change a negative situation into a positive situation. Anything which is going towards negative, suddenly you're seeing that everybody is going against you, and suddenly you change your decision immediately so that everything changes around. How with that? That's wisdom. That's perfectly pure divine wisdom. and that's what comes through power. But if we keep on holding to our ego, keep on holding to our methods and ways, and we see that the whole team is falling apart, whole company is falling apart, whole house is falling apart, and our ego is still there, and we don't have the choice of putting a full stop and taking a U-turn, that's where the power lacks, and that's where many things get destroyed, whether it's relationships, whether it's organizations, whether it's your own family. So that's where God says, if you order them while you are weak, they will not obey your orders. That means you're not soul conscious, you've not meditated enough, and you try to say, oh, I need power. God, I need the power to tolerate this. Somebody's saying certain very nasty things to me. How do I tolerate this person? And you blurt out something negative, and your karma is negative, it's gone to the other side. So God says that's why Bap Dada makes all of you children masters, not weak ones. All of you children are the children who are to become kings, kings of our own mind, and then kings in the golden age. Because self sovereignty is your birthright. That means self sovereignty. It's not about reigning over somebody else, it's not about commanding somebody else. Generally, in this world, we try to feel powerful by telling others what to do, or telling others how to behave, or telling others what to think, even. And that's control. That's not self control, but it is controlling somebody else. God is saying, leave that control. Don't ask others to change. Don't ask others to behave in certain manner so that you feel peaceful and lighter. You change. You change in a manner in which you have control over your own thoughts and feelings. That's known as self sovereignty. That means you're a king of your own mind. Then God says, it is your birthright. No one can snatch away this birthright from you. People can snatch away your post position, can take away your wealth, can take away your everything that you have. But if you have the spiritual power, people cannot take away this power from you. And that's the only thing which is the most valuable thing which you can ever receive from God. And that's what you receive when you come for a 7-day course at Brahmakumaris and learn about the basics of the self and the creation and the creator. With this Om Shanti.